Get reorganized. So occasionally when you're working with an Excel model, you're going to start adding stuff and adding stuff and adding more stuff, and it's going to start to look a little bit sloppy. Or it's going to look a little confusing because there's just so much stuff there. How do you remember what each thing is? So depending on the level of complexity of what you're valuing, you may have to reorganize your work a little bit. And we're going to do that here before we move on to the additional bonus content. So just looking at what we have assumptions, DCF analysis, but that's for an unleveraged deal. We can be more clear about that in the title there, up here. And then we have our loan assumptions and our DCF analysis with financing. And then we have our dashboard down here at the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and delete this thing we put in there in the last video. There's no right way to get reorganized, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to carry this whole line across the whole picture here. That's a very clear separation. I'm going to do the same here. And I'm going to write unleveraged here. Maybe I'll make that bold. And I'll make assumptions bold. You know what? And as you're doing it, you might even see more room for improvement. So maybe I'll move this over here to the left. That makes it even cleaner and clearer what we're doing. This looks like a good place to insert a couple rows. And maybe I'll copy these two lines up here. Paste them right here. Change this to leveraged. And all that kind of fits into the leveraged picture. Here I'll insert a few lines too, a few rows. Let's copy this. We'll paste it right here. And we will call this dashboard. And let's delete this year 1 and year 2 because it doesn't apply. And let's create a white space in between here. And it's black by default. Often when you insert a row, it copies the formatting from the row above it. So I'm just going to come up here and click no fill. All set. I think that looks much better. It's clear what each section is and what it does. And then we'll just continue building on this down below. Organization is all about you. Just because I did something a certain way here doesn't mean you should do the exact same thing. Every line we put somewhere, the blue text, the black text, the black backgrounds and the white text here, bolding. These are for my own purposes so that I can look at this and know exactly what I did and make any changes when I have to. For example, to the blue items, which are assumptions. So don't be afraid to get creative when you're structuring your organization. Ultimately, it's for you as the person using this financial model. Great job.